The Division 2, a great looking shooter with the spectre of RPG mechanics and levelling hanging over it. It's a game set in a wonderful location, but where if your gun and gear aren't powerful enough, you won't be going anywhere. So we must ask ourselves, is the Division 2 worth buying cheap? One thing's for sure, the Division 2 is repetitive. Very, very repetitive. The basic gunplay loop is to look at the map, place a marker on a mission or an objective, and then make your way to that objective, and you'll be fighting and looting along the way. Then you'll fight and loot your way through that mission or objective, and then you'll use the weapons and gear you've looted to upgrade and level up your character, and you'll get some special points to upgrade your perks, and then it all starts again. That RPG style levelling up is what's unusual for a shooter like The Division, and now The Division 2. Levelling up and improving your character stats are essential to move forward. The Division games, they're third-person, cover-based shooters based in a post-apocalyptic USA with very heavy RPG elements. Quite simply, if your character isn't upgraded enough, you can't progress through the game because enemies will take too long to kill and they'll be able to kill you too quickly in return. In other words, you can't use the gun you start off with, say like in games like Ghost Recon Wildlands, Sniper Elite, or traditional campaign-based non-RP shooters. You can't use that gun all the way through the game. In The Division 2, you need to be constantly upgrading your weapons and also your gear. The RPG elements in The Division 2 go far beyond just getting better guns and equipment. There's perks, skills, attachments, mods and gear sets to think about too. You've got offensive, you've got defenses, you've got skill traits to consider with your gear and the mods you apply to your gear and with the gadgets you use. Are you going for a tank build or a DPS build or a support build? There are countless possibilities in The Division 2, with the progression system being as in-depth as any fantasy type RPG you may have played in the past. But let me stop myself there, because actually, for the casual player like myself, who care more about the campaign, who care more about the player versus environment, the PvE elements of the game, and some of the endgame and a little bit of Dark Zone action, rather than competitive PvP, all this RPG stuff, it doesn't really matter that much. All that really matters is that as you're working your way through the campaign, is that you make the numbers go up and you remember to equip your perks and your gadgets. So if you find a gun with high numbers, equip it and use it. If you find armour or knee pads with high numbers, equip them. You then sell, scrap or donate your old stuff, and you just keep going. All you do is you open up the map, you place a marker down for the next mission, the next objective, the next side mission, and you do it. If you find that mission is too hard because the enemies don't seem to be taking enough damage or they're killing you too quick, all you do is you backtrack to a previous area you've been in and maybe finish off any side missions or objectives you didn't do, or redo say a couple of main missions, and you'll quickly level up and you'll be powerful enough to take on those other missions. And what happens when you stop being worried and being bothered about the RPG elements of the Division 2, or you embrace them, you might well want to do that, you can truly enjoy the glory of this game that is most definitely worth buying cheap. Set several months after the deadly virus outbreak that at first decimated New York, you, a secret agent, you're a member of the Division, you're answering a distress call from Washington, D.C., where you've got to help what's left of the government regain control of the capital, with your base of operations being the White House. Washington, D.C. is a much more dynamic city than the New York of the Division 1. You'll bump into survivors, like in the Division 1, but this time they're patrolling, they're gathering supplies, or they're even fighting the gangs of bad guys. The Division 2 gives you the task of helping and rebuilding society. There's settlements that need help, control points that need clearing of enemies, and supplies that need gathering. I found the immersion of the Division 2 to be deeper than that of the Division 1. The story is a lot simpler and the environment a lot more realistic. Bad guys are over on the capital and you're there to clear them out, so grab your gun and just get on with it. The music might not reach the height of excellence that it did with the Division 1, but it still gives you that great John Carpenter Escape from New York feel. You can see the graphics, and I think you'll agree that even on this basic PlayStation, an OG PlayStation, they look great. But the real reason to play the Division 2 is the movement and gunplay. This game makes you feel so hard-ass as you fire from behind cover, you lob grenades, and then you reposition as the surprisingly clever AI enemies attempt to flank you. Quick hop over the cover and you're pushing forward, swapping between your close range AR or SMG to a long range LMG, DMR or sniper. You'll be whipping out your pistol at opportune moments to finish enemies off. Then a heavily armed and armoured enemy leader will appear and you're falling back to cover, piling on the damage while trying to stay alive. The excellence of the movement and gunplay in the Division 2 is what, for me, makes up for the repetitive nature of the gameplay and in fact enhances it. I simply don't care that I'm shooting and moving, because the shooting and moving feels so damn good to do it over and over and over again. So there we go, the Division 2. If you haven't guessed already, because I've said it a few times, it is absolutely, definitely worth buying cheap. Now, what I'm going to do, this video review doesn't go on for almost 50 minutes. The rest of this video is now simply gameplay as I make my way through Washington DC and then I do one of the story missions. So feel free to watch, add your comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and it will give you a really good idea of what the Division 2 feels like to play in the campaign, in the kind of open world bit where you're wandering through the streets of Washington, taking out enemies, helping people, completing side missions, in this case it's going to be a main mission, and the kind of gunplay and gameplay that you can expect. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.
Detected from the control point in proximity.
Taking the Viewpoint Museum away from True Sons will make it a lot harder for them to coordinate their troops and spread misinformation. All communications coming in and out of the building will be controlled from the production studio on the top floor, so you'll need to find it and secure it.
Don't think you're getting off easy by pulling guard duty. Hostiles could attack at any moment. You need to be ready. Ears open. No. Miss.
Saw some hostiles enter the parking garage east of the main entrance. You might be able to get in that way.
Hostile radio intercepted.
This is Wade. So, the Division thinks they can just come in here. They don't know who they're fucking with. Go dark. Wait for the signal, then corner, and kill.
Portable electronic device detected.
Spread out. Take it slow. They could be in here already.
electromagnetic charge detected. Agent in need of backup.
Not good, sir. He took a bullet. We've tried penicillin, but his wound has festered. I thought morphine might ease his pain.
How's our supply cache?
Truthfully, sir, we're running low. And not just in supplies, but manpower, too. We've got civilians piling up outside the doors. Under these conditions, it's difficult to separate the infected from the healthy.
The doctor's expecting a new shipment this afternoon, but it almost certainly won't be enough for everybody.
Pack all this up and move it out to the barracks.
But sir, we can't just...
Are you questioning my orders, trooper? Well,
No, sir. Right away, sir. What about the patient?
put him back where you found him. He's a dead man anyway.
I'm gonna need a new place.
out of here!
That must have been Wade. Would have been nice to bag him, but he's not your primary objective. Get to the TV studio and get these guys off the air for good.
Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
What a lovely place you have here. Even through all these troubles, you still manage to keep it quaint. I like that.
Thank you, sir.
You know, a home says a lot about a person's character. You know what your home tells me about you?
No, sir.
It says you're assiduous and orderly. Perhaps a little too much. But you're certainly responsible. Must be nice to live in peace and quiet. Unfortunately for us, there's a price for defending communities such as this. But at least you are keeping out of harm's way.
General,
Before we came here, we ran into a neighbor of yours. He didn't seem to appreciate the good work we do around here. I couldn't accept that, not after all my men have been through. But I don't think we're gonna have the same problem. Like I said, the house tells you a lot about a person. See that you're compassionate, generous.
please, just say what you want.
That really is mighty kind, Mr. Williams. People like you make a real difference. It's inspiring. We'll be back in a week. I trust you'll have more to say.
I need more ammo! Knock yourself
Look for the transmission control module. It handles all communications going in and out of viewpoint. If you reset it, you'll lock out the True Sons and we can take over the channels. Okay, stay by the module and make sure it completes the reset sequence.
All site facilities are reset to default or under direct SHD control.
That's good to hear. Our comms are coming online and the True Sons are in the dark.
Fluctuations in local power are detected. Communications facilities offline.
What the hell?
I'm seeing multiple hostiles on the roof. They're setting up EMP jammers around the radio mast.
It's Wade. He's trying to sabotage the mast. Without it, no one can broadcast from viewpoint. Agent, get to the roof. You gotta stop him from taking out the mast.
Electromagnetic charge detected.
Wade is using EMP jammers to overload the radio mast. Take them out before the mast is destroyed.
System curtailed.
As long as that EMP jammer is active, take it out.
Structural integrity at 75%.
Agent, you've got to stop Wade. We need that radio mast.
You wanna keep this town? Take them out!
Fucking hell! No, he's killed! I'm out of ammo!
Structural integrity 50%. Electromagnetic charge depleted.
So you're giving the orders now?
Division, you're in trouble now! I have to do this without him. Not so smart now! Around here! Can't leave until we find him. And it's to the key first. Fucking division! Keep him off me!
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Changing mags!
Got a man down! Gotta reload.
True Sons just lost a powerful tool for coordinating their troops and spouting their horse shit. Once we get the radio mast repaired and operational, we can extend the reach of our own broadcasts.
Hey, Agent. We're ready to help broaden your skill set over here at the base.
Here's some footage of General Ridgeway for you to take a look at.